Hello and welcome you in the course of Probability and Statistics. Now I am your instructor Hardik Joshi. Now today we should learn procedure for test of hypothesis. So we have to see the basic definition. There are namely 7 steps to check the Z statistics and we have to solve one example. Now let me continue that topic and we have to check the Z statistic, that is to check the testing of hypothesis by using the Z statistics. Let's consider second example. So this example tells that the mean breaking strength of cable supplied by manufacturer is 1900 Newton per meter square with a standard deviation of 120 Newton per meter square. So remember, this Z statistics is applicable when mean is known. So definitely mean here is given in the question. The manufacturer introduced a new technique in the manufacturing process and they claim that is these are the hypotheses. They claim that the breaking strength of the cable has increased. So manufacturer claim that whatever technique they have to develop, due to that technique the breaking strength of the cable has increased. In order to test the claim, a sample of 60 cable is considered. That is definitely to check the hypothesis we have to require some number of sample. So here 60 sample, that is 60 cable is considered. It is found that the mean breaking strength of the sample cable is 1960 Newton per meter square. So in general it is observed, say breaking strength of the cable is 1900, but when they have to develop some new strategy, then breaking strength is increased, say 1900 to 1960 Newton per meter square. Can we support the claim at 1% level of significance? So let's start to check this hypothesis, whether it is accepted or rejected at the 1% level of significance. So let's start solution, and here again we have to revise the step number 1. In step number 1 we have to identify the statistic data, that is mu and sigma square, that is mean and variance, and we have to create a null hypothesis, that is H0. And generally the null hypothesis is definitely the same thing whatever manufacturer, industry, whatever some particular person is tells, that is mu is exactly equal to mu 0. And to oppose this null hypothesis we have to create the alternative hypothesis, that is controversy of this null hypothesis, and it may be one of them out of these three, that is whether mu is not equal to mu 0, mu greater than mu 0, mu is less than mu 0. So these are the general steps. So corresponding to this question, that is definition given in the question, we have to rearrange this step number 1. So step number 1, now here the standard deviation, that is 120 n upon m square. So null hypothesis, that is the breaking length of the cable is say 1900 n per m square. That is the mean breaking strength of the cable is not significantly different from whatever they have to tell, that is 1900 n per m square. So alternative hypothesis, here remember they have to tell that when they have to develop some strategy, the breaking strength is increased 1900 to 1960. That's why we have to assume alternative hypothesis is mu is greater than 1900, because the manufacturer claims that the breaking strength is increased. That's why we have to consider mu is greater than 1900. So ultimately we have to tell that we have to consider one-sided, and these are mu is greater than mu 0, that is one-sided right alternative hypothesis. So remember, from the alternative hypothesis you have to decide either you should go two-sided test alternative hypothesis, one-sided alternative hypothesis, more precisely if mu is greater than mu 0, that is one-sided right alternative hypothesis. And if manufacturer claim the whatever strategy they have to develop, but using that strategy the breaking strength of the cable is decreased, so mu is less than mu 0. So in that case we have to consider one sided left alternative hypothesis. So according to the definition, here the one sided right alternative hypothesis is suitable. So these are the step number 1 is complete. Step number 2, let x1, x2 and so on xn be a random sample of an observation, and we know that if the size of the random experiment is greater or equal to 30, then it is considered as a large sample. So here is given in the question, so there are 60 random sample is considered, so definitely is a large sample. And now it is observed, say mean of this particular, say 60 sample cable, it is observed that the breaking length, that is mean, is 90/60 n upon m square. So let's step number 3. So general step, consider, say first of all, say predefine the level of significance, that is alpha, at the beginning of this Z statistics. So in this context we have to define the step number 3 corresponding to this example, that is level of significance. Here we have to consider 1%. Again it is defined in the question. Sometimes it is not defined in the question, so as per your conveniency, either you have to go 1% or 5%. Next step number 4. So consider the Z statistics, say x bar minus mu 0 upon sigma upon square root of n. So in the context of this example, the step number 4 is as it is. So let's move on step number 5. We have to precisely calculate the Z statistics corresponding to n sample, that is here is 60 sample, say observe Z value, that is Z0, yeah Z0, x bar minus mu 0 upon sigma upon square root of n. So in the context of this example, this step number 5, that is x bar, that is the observed mean. So it is observed that 1960, that is the mean, that is the average strength of the breaking of cable is increased. Instead of 1900, it is increased, say 1960. Mu 0, that is these are mean for on an average each and every cable. This x bar, that is whatever random experiment you have to consider. So in this 60 random cable is considered, and it is observed the mean is increased. Standard deviation, that is 120, it is defined in the question, and n, that is total number of random experiment. You have to consider how many random cable. So here is considered 60. So by solving this, we have to obtain the critical value, that is observed Z value is 3.87. Luck by chance it is already positive. If suppose it is negative, then we have to consider the modulus of this value, and finally we have to obtain it's a positive value. So step number 6, find the critical value, that is experimental Z value. So these are the general steps. Now according to your alternative hypothesis, either you have to select two-sided, one-sided right, yeah one-sided left. Corresponding you have to find out this experimental Z value. So in the context of this example, we have to consider one-sided right alternative hypothesis. One-sided right alternative hypothesis, so these are appropriate corresponding to this our example, that is mu is greater than mu 0. So we have to find out this value Z alpha. So Z experiment, here we have to consider level of significance is 1%, that's why we have to write down 0.01. And this value we have to obtain in our previous lecture, when we have to see the level of significance critical value. So when we have to consider one-sided right alternative hypothesis, so we have to see precisely how we can obtain this value 2.33. If you have any query, then you have to go through our previous lecture and see how we can obtain or how we can find out this critical value of Z from the standard normal table. So precisely in this example, the experimental critical value is 2.33. So we have to obtain the critical value, observed critical value, as well as experiment critical value. So finally we have to go through the step number 7. So in step number 7 we have to decide whether our null hypothesis is rejected or not rejected. So in the context of this example, that is step number 7, so we have to give the decision. On the basis of this, that is the observed critical value is greater than experimental critical value. So here observed critical value is 3.87 and experimental critical value is 2.33. So definitely the observed critical value 3.87 is greater than the experimental critical value, that is 2.33. That is, this condition is satisfied. And if this condition is satisfied, so we have to give our decision, that is the null hypothesis, that is H0 is rejected. So we conclude that therefore the mean breaking strength of the cable is significantly more than 1900 N per m square. Thus the manufacturer claimed that the breaking strength of the cable has increased by the new technique is found valid. So thank you so much for paying your attention.